Right, back again. Now, just a couple of other pointers on weights and balance and getting the centre of gravity on a model. Now, this is a multiplex fundraiser. It's, as you can see, it is a low aspect ratio wing. It is designed for going fast. It goes like the clappers. It scares the shits out of me, but it is a really good model. Multiplex have really come on how the foam that they use is something called Elaphor or something like that, and it is really good quality and you get a really good finish with it. As I say, this is not a beginner's model. It goes quite fast. Now, what's the best way to move your centre of gravity? Well, the best thing to do is to adjust the position of the battery. Now, if you look in here, you'll maybe see that I've marked where the battery goes, and you'll see a Velcro strap, and you'll see an actual bit of Velcro to hold the battery in. So that's where that battery sits, and it so happens that it's more or less, I think, on the centre of gravity. So I've not needed to adjust I've not needed to put any weights or anything like that on it. If it was too far back and it was tipping up like that, I would get some weights like this, which are iron weights. They are readily available from all the model shops. I would stick them on the inside somewhere to actually get my weight sorted out. Or if it was nose heavy, I'd maybe stick a weight right on the back of there like that. Not much. They come in 10 gram and 5 gram weights, and these, as I say, are iron. You used to be able to get lead, but we've moved away from that now. So that's how I've approached my centre of gravity on that model. On this model, this is the Select Coyote, and you can see I've marked the centre of gravity on that as well. And also, you can maybe just see right on the tail of there, there is a little 5 gram lead weight, and that just balances it and no more. That's all you need. So that's all I want to say on actual balancing models. And one other thing as well to notice about this model is it's an all foam wing, and there's a great big main spar that runs across there like that. I think it's carbon fibre, but it's just all foam. The whole wing's just foam with, I think there's a couple of carbon fibre rods in it. Right, that'll do us for that. I'll have another wee think what I'm going to do next. Probably going to do something on transmitters. Okay. Right, now, what are we on the day? Transmitters. Now, there's a real fantastic choice of transmitters and their associated receivers. Now, the simplest thing I can show you is just, we've got a couple of transmitters sitting up here and a couple of receivers. Now, one is a Futaba and the other one is a Spectrum. There's pluses and minuses to all of them. There's some I tend to like Futaba, and I've got my own reasons for that. But Spectrum also has some good quality points as well, and on the more expensive Spectrum transmitters, they're quite good. You'll ask around to see what people are using, and see if you can pick up a second-hand one. Now, these ones just now operate on 2.4 gigahertz, which is quite a high frequency, to be honest with you. The old ones that we had maybe 10 years ago were on 35 megahertz. Now, that was quite good, but you had to have crystals to control each channel, and you could be on somebody else's channel, and it actually also was open to mobile phone interference as well. So we've moved on, technology's moved on, we're on 2.4 gigahertz, and what they are now, these 2.4 gigahertz transmitters do is they bind the receivers to the actual transmitter. So basically it's a bit of electronic trickery. That receiver will only work with that transmitter and on that model that you've got it on there. This one, there's a wee bit of difference with Futaba. It's got its own slight idiosyncrasies. But I'll just run over how they actually bind to one another. If you give me a couple of seconds, I'll wire up an actual Spectrum one. Now, with a Spectrum, you use a little binding plug, which I will attempt to put in. Now this is, I don't know what it's like for all Spectrums, but this is what you do with this Spectrum. So you've got a binding plug there, that goes in there. Now that's ready to bind. I'll put some power on. Now we have a flashing light saying I'm ready to bind. That's fairly obvious that something's going on there. Now, to actually bind this to that receiver, there's a wee procedure you do. First of all, you have to set up an actual model and be on the right model. I'm going to bind this just to my actual simulator channel, just for basic, just to show you what happens. Right, so what I do is I pull up the bind switch and I turn on, and it says bind, and that's it bound. You see the light went out. And how do I know that? How do I know it's bound? I can move the servo, and I've got a continuous light on that now. So that's binding a Spectrum transmitter. So that will only work with a simulate with that model on that receiver with that transmitter. Right, I'll show you what happens when you bind a Futaba. Now I hope you all saw that. Right. I'll just depower this. So that's ready to go. That'll work on in your wee park flyer. It's an ideal wee receiver for a park flyer. Now, Futaba, slightly different. I'll just slide that in. There, you have a red light on it just now. Now, there's a little switch on it that you have to depress. If I can find something to depress the switch with. There's a little switch there to depress. If I can find something to bear with me, folks. maybe that'll do. Right. As you can see, there's a red light on that just now. Now I'll turn the transmitter on and this should just pick up. Now I've got a green light flashing, so it's doing something just now. So now I put that switch down, goes red. Anything else is happening? No. Get a red flashing light. Well, it's meant to go green now, go solid green, but nothing's really happening just now. There we go. Now, that's it green. Now that's that bound. So I can, that's my rudder. And that's my error lens. A couple of things to note with Futaba is that you can be on the wrong model, so you've got to always make sure you're on the right model with Futaba. But it's fairly straightforward binding. Now that is now completely, there's no chance of interference with that at all. So that's binding and transmitters. Just a wee word on when you do go flying. Always turn your transmitter on first and then connect your battery in your model. And when you've completed flying, as soon as you land, disconnect your battery and then turn your transmitter off. That way, there's no way you're going to have odd things happening. But that's transmitters for you. Wide choice of transmitters. There's high-tech, there's Futaba, there's Spectrum, there's GR, there's McGregor, there's Multiplex make actual transmitters. I think Grapner make transmitters as well, so there's any sort of choice. But speak to people, see what's suitable, and hey presto, you'll find something that will suit you.